One.
Hello everyone, it's TimmyT2009, and I'm back with something that is not a Bluebird Thompson Tank Engine related video. I know the Bluebird trains have been doing a lot to me recently, but I'm finally back with something from my second favorite franchise, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Now, I'm pretty sure, you've probably seen my 3 printed pony videos before, as well as the Starlight and Trixie plush videos, which are definitely nice videos. This one mostly. But today we're going to be talking about my top 3 of the main 6. We have Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, and Rainbow Dash. And these are all from a different plush company called Symbiote Studios.
How many do you have from that company?
Just 3 so far. I hear they're making Starlight Glimmer, so I'm very excited. And I hope they'll do more. Now, there's going to be a lot to talk about here. Originally, I was going to talk about all 3 of these ponies in the same video, but we would be here all day, and there's a lot to talk about Symbiote Studios. So, I'm pretty sure these characters don't need any introductions because you've probably seen the show, like most of you probably have, and you probably know who these characters are at this point. Because I've already explained them in my 3 printed pony videos, but for those of you who haven't, I'll talk more in depth on them if I can. So we'll start off with Pinkie Pie first, since she is Mr. Incredible's favorite character. And we're actually going to start off with Symbiote Studios themselves, talking about when I bought these ponies, and if we have time, I'll do the character analysis and give Symbiote some of their ideas, because I bet they're going to make a lot of money from my advice. So, let's talk about Symbiote Studios. So, a few months ago, I actually bought the Ollie Factory and plushies, and I got most of them for Christmas. And what were my thoughts? I sort of went through the 5 stages of grief, because, I was contemplating on what I should do with these things, if I liked them that much, if I thought they were as good as Trixie over here. I'm just going to say Trixie is the best one they've done. And I was also inspired by Incredible himself to buy this thing, because look at that cute face. How can you say no to a face like that?
Does Symbiote have a Trixie or no?
Yes, they do, but she doesn't have the cute cat smile or the half-lidded eyes. She does have the accurate periwinkle color, but just not this cute face. Every Symbiote Studios plush has the exact same face. None of these faces really stand out compared to the Ollie Factory ones. However, I got rid of those ponies because I knew I made a mistake. But I decided to keep Applejack because she was the only good one, in my opinion. Along with Starlight and Trixie. These 2 are the best ones they've done. There may be a couple other good ones they've done, but there might be some other, average or mediocre ones they've done. I realize that not every one of their plushies is perfect, and I should have realized that sooner, but... Now, I think Symbiote Studios just came out as of recently this year. I think that's when they first started. But they've done other things like Transformers, which... that is pretty good, although I don't have a strong attachment to Transformers like most people do. Although, please comment below if you do like Transformers. And have you seen Transformers Rise of the Beasts? If you have, please tell me and what you thought about it. But that's not the subject for today. I haven't mentioned Transformers once except for a few times, but... Anyways, back to MLP. So, now, when I saw these things, I knew these were very accurate. I was hooked onto these things. As much as I was hooked onto the Trixie Lululemon plush from Mr. Incredible's unboxing video. And that, by the way, that's still my favorite unboxing video he's ever done. But, anyways... So, when I saw these things, I knew I had to buy these, and I knew I had to have these more than the Ollie Factory ones, because of how accurate they were. Now, there was one problem that these Symbiote Studios plushies had before I realized this. So, the problem they had before was, their heads were too skinny.
Oh yeah, they had just redone them whenever we started buying them.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So, I saw this tutorial on this guy, fixing his Rainbow Dash plush and making her head bigger.
I remember now.
So when I told my mom about this, she basically said they redone it. And I found that hard to believe at first, but then she showed me that Symbiote Studios actually has their own Twitter account.
Yeah, and they said, we've listened to you, we've changed the things you asked, and we've redone it, and here's the 2.0.
They did have a poll asking which character they wanted people to make, and it was between Princess Luna and Starlight Glimmer. And I think Starlight Glimmer won it over Princess Luna. Now, I would be excited to see a Princess Luna plush. Please make one, Symbiote Studios. And I hear they're making Spike and the Cutie Mark Crusaders as well, which I'm super hyped. There are other plushies I want them to make, but I'll talk more about that, when we get to, the Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash videos. But So first I bought Rainbow Dash because she's my favorite pony, and she's the best pony in my opinion. Then, I don't know when I bought her, like, I think it was like April or May, but I've had her for a couple months now. Like, I actually had all 3 of these plushies for a month now. Anyways, and then I was wanting to buy both Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie both at the same time, since they are my second and third favorite ponies, and these two are Mr. Incredibly's favorite characters of all time from the main 6.
Mm-hmm.
And Rainbow Dash is just his third favorite. But third place isn't bad. So I give props to that. Now, I do love every pony except for, like, Twilight of the main 6, but I actually do love Twilight Sparkle in Season 6, my favorite season of the show, because she's actually a great mentor for Starlight. And I do love Applejack and Rarity, but they do have their own flaws. I think the reason I love these 3 the most is because their voices are adorable, they have the least amount of flaws, and they have the cutest designs. Now, these ponies do still have other emotions, like, they do have their own flaws. Like, these are just more than just, like, one-dimensional characters. They're actually, like, in-depth. Everyone is well fleshed out, and that's what I appreciate about this show. I feel like that's one thing other shows struggle with, because they're always, like, one-dimensional characters. There are some characters who have been flanderized, and there are just, like, some plots that have been recycled. And they keep overusing the same characters over and over again. But in My Little Pony, they always use new characters for each episode, and they keep showing you different characters for each episode. And they do write different stories, and they try to teach these morals the best way possible. But anyways, back to Fluttershy. So I bought her second, but sadly Pinkie Pie was sold out at the time I bought Fluttershy. But I was still happy to, like, have my waifu of the show, because she's the most adorable animal in my opinion. Like, she's way cuter than cats. And that's really saying a lot, because I do love cats. I'm a pretty huge cat person. And so, I think it was like around August or July that Pinkie Pie finally got more in stock. So, I went ahead and bought Pinkie Pie, and the rest was history. I finally have my top 3 of the main 6, and I've been happy ever since.
Which ones are on your Christmas list?
Rarity and Applejack. Now, they did say that they were going to make Starlight Glimmer this month, but they still haven't done it yet.
Do you not like their Twilight Sparkle?
I mean, I don't hate Twilight Sparkle. She's a decent character.
But you don't want their version of it?
I mean, I do want it, but at the same time, I like Starlight more than Twilight.
Gotcha.
But I do love Twilight in Season 3 and Season 6, like I said. Season 6 actually gave me appreciation for most of the characters I don't like Spoiled Rich and Filthy Rich in Where the Apple Lies, and Flim and Flam in Viva Las Pegasus, where they actually help Fluttershy and Applejack stop Gladmane from...
I wasn't asking if you liked Twilight, the character. I was asking if you liked the plushie.
No, I love the plushie.
The Symbiote
it's
Studios
a cute plushie.
sells. That's an
I'm
alliteration.
sorry, I didn't know what you were saying. But,
Symbiote Studios sells.
Yeah. They made the main 6. They did make Lyra and Trixie. I would hope that they would make Bon Bon at some point.
Who's Lyra?
Lyra and Bon Bon are the two, ponies who are in a relationship together,
I haven't seen an episode with Lyra.
I mean, they're both lesbians.
Okay.
Now, I know that's gonna make people start questioning things, but...
Because they're horses, but yeah. But I haven't...
I mean, there's a bit of, lore to My Little Pony.
I haven't seen that plushie or that episode.
But it would be nice if they made Bon Bon to go with Lyra. And as well as Princess Luna and the Cumar Crusaders Spike.
The Spike will be a cool one.
Yeah, and so would CMC as well. And Luna. She's my second favorite princess. As you know, Kane's is my favorite. Alright, so. I don't know how much longer we're in, but...
We're at 9.
Okay, so that's not too bad. That actually went quicker than I expected. So, now who... Okay, let's talk about Pinkie Pie. So, who is Pinkie Pie as a character? Well, she's the most energetic. She's very playful and happy-go-lucky and super joyful and excited all the time. And she loves throwing parties. She loves baking. She's probably the most sympathetic.
She has a cannon?
She has a party cannon as well.
I do know that now.
Yeah. I think she is, the most entertaining of the main 6. Every time I see Pinkie Pie in an episode, she honestly, steals the show. Now, I do know that Rainbow Dash is my favorite pony, but Pinkie Pie is my third favorite for a reason. I think originally it was Applejack, but then Pinkie Pie basically stole my heart. Ever since Griffin the Brush Off, I kept loving Pinkie Pie more and more, and she always has some of the best episodes. It is hard to count how many episodes Pinkie Pie has been involved in that are amazing. Now, usually when people talk about bad Pinkie Pie episodes, they would always say something like Yakety Sax is the worst Pinkie Pie episode, or they would say Philly Vanilli for what Pinkie Pie did to Fluttershy by making her cry.
Aww.
Now, but Pinkie Pie didn't do it on purpose. She thought she was being supportive, but she...
Who calls her Philly Vanilli?
Philly Vanilli is just the name of the episode.
Okay.
It's the episode where Fluttershy has a talent for singing.
Right. It's like Milli Vanilli, right?
And she's probably going to join, like, this singing group, but then Pinkie Pie, like, is over too supportive and, like, scares her. Like, I haven't seen the episode yet, so I don't know if I'm going to like it or if I'm going to hate it, but who knows? Like, there's only, like, 3 episodes I don't like from this show. Newbie Dash, One Bad Apple, and A Dog and Pony Show. Those 3 are the most terrible episodes.
What's the one you had me watch?
One Bad Apple.
Yeah, that was no good.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I love Babs Seed as a character, but I don't like what they did to her.
Yeah, no.
Like, it's a terrible message to teach kids, and...
Yeah, do not recommend.
Yeah, do not recommend that episode at all. But
anyway,
there's some people who have said that Yakety Sax is the worst episode for the fact that Pinkie Pie plays this annoying instrument called the Yovitophone, and then she becomes...
the what?
The Yovitophone.
Yovid?
Yovid.
Okay.
A phone.
Yovitophone.
Yeah. It's this instrument that is very loud and obnoxious, and...
Right.
Pinkie Pie doesn't know how to play it, then everyone, like, calls her out, and then...
Like bagpipes? She
becomes depressed throughout the whole episode.
Aww.
I mean, I understand why a lot of people don't like that episode, but anyways, there's some people who also don't like Philly Vanilli for the way Pinkie Pie was written, but there's still a lot of great Pinkie Pie-centered episodes. You've got The Gift of My Pie, you've got Spice Up Your Life, you got Buckball Season, you got 28 Prank Slayer, which is more focused on Rainbow Dash. You got Feeling Pinkie Keen, you got Party of One, you got Party Pooped, you got the one where Pinkie Pie knows, which is probably my favorite season 5 episode.
The one where what?
Pinkie Pie knows. It's the episode where Pinkie Pie has to keep the secret that Shining Armor and Cane's have.
Knows like I know it, not like knows like her nose.
Like I know it.
I thought you meant like nose.
Right. Now, most of you might be saying, like, why aren't the Starlight episodes my favorite of season 5? Well, it's because of Starlight's ugly season 5 design back then before they changed it. Yeah, if you don't know, I actually prefer her season 6 design. Now, this was supposed to be the season 5 Starlight, but we modified it to look like the season 6 version. And I hear that Symbiote Studios is actually making a season 6 Starlight Glimmer, and that's the reason why I'm excited. Because I love her season 6 design. But anyways, I think Pinkie Pie has some of the best episodes, but there's still other episodes that I consider my favorite. Like, my favorite season 1 episode would have to be Fall Weather Friends because of how competitive Rainbow Dash and Applejack are. There are some people who hate non-compete clause because it's basically like Fall Weather Friends where Applejack and Rainbow Dash are competitive when they already learned that lesson before. So I do understand why most people don't like that one. There's also, like, my favorite season 4 episode would have to be Testing 1, 2, 3, but I do love the scene where Pinkie Pie has that rap song.
What were they testing?
Rainbow Dash's history on the Wonder Bolts, like...
Gotcha.
But Rainbow Dash was just, like, not paying attention in class and basically just pulling pranks on Planet, like, spitting spit wads at her. And just, like, being disruptive and asking random questions and, like, giving these random test answers that didn't make sense. So the main 6 had to, like, teach Rainbow Dash their own ways, but it didn't work out well because they overwhelmed her and she got upset. But everything did work out well in the end because they actually showed her how to study while she was flying through the air. And eventually Rainbow Dash passed her test, and I congratulate her. And now Pinkie Pie doesn't always usually, like, act this happy all the time. Sometimes she'll be depressed, sometimes she'll get mad at someone for, like... Basically, when Applejack made a Pinkie promise, she ended up breaking it, and then Pinkie Pie got really mad. So I think they chased after her, like... But then, there's also another episode where Pinkie Pie meets this male version of herself, like Cheese Sandwich, voiced by Weird Al Yankovic. How cool is that?
That is cool.
And then Pinkie Pie challenges him to a goof.
You've made that one on the printer, right? Yeah. The little one.
But then, when Pinkie Pie says, I challenge you to a goof-off, she is mad. Because, I don't know, I haven't seen that one yet, but I do plan on. And there's this episode called A Friend in D, where Pinkie Pie meets this donkey called Cranky Doodle. Who's basically the opposite of her. He's basically grumpy all the time, but she's more of a happy-go-lucky pony. So it's kind of funny seeing this happy pony going against some grumpy character.
Right.
That's one of the
best.
The
juxtaposition.
That's probably, like, a nice episode concept. And then there's Party of One, where she gets upset because everyone's neglecting her, but the reason why is because they're playing a surprise birthday party for her, which I was not expecting that.
I watched that one, right?
No, you haven't seen Party of One. I mean, I've completed every episode of season 1. I haven't done every of season 2 and 4 yet. I barely seen season 8 and 9. I only saw the season 8 premiere, The Mod Couple, and Fake It Till You Make It. And I haven't seen every episode of season 9 because I'm still very upset that the show ended, but I'm going to be honest, if the show continued, I'm pretty sure they would have, like, flanderized the characters and ran out of ideas. And I would not want that at all. It's bad enough that they ruined the characters from Thomas and Friends with season 8, so I wouldn't want that to happen to these characters.
Right.
So I do understand why the show ended. I mean, we do have Generation 5, but I'm going to be honest, it's not as good as this one. Now, it's not bad. I do like the characters, but they did replace all the old ones. So that's going to take time to get used to. But I'm sure most people have gotten used to these new characters. And I'm not going to lie, they are great. Pet Petals is my favorite pony of Generation 5. Now, I don't know much how long we're in, but
17.
This plushie, on the other hand, is so cute. I think they did a very great job capturing the look of Pinkie Pie and how she's supposed to look in the show. Definitely better than the Ollie Factory one, because the problem I had with the Ollie Factory one was that the head was a bit too big for the body. So they got her head size just right. Mm-hmm. Now, I think she might be like 1 inch taller than Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, I really like the head sizes on these.
But I do love the head size.
And I like the big eyes. They're like Disney eyes.
Yeah, and I do love the embroidered eyes. Now, these ponies might not have the same cute face that Trixie has or the same cat smile. It's basically just like the basic smile.
Yeah, it's cute though.
Though it would be nice if they gave these ponies other expressions. Like, if they make Maud Pie, I hope they would give her the frowning face, like, because she's apathetic.
Or just like a straight across.
And I hope that, I mean, it would be nice if they, like, if they were to do villains like Queen Chrysalis, I hope they would give her that, like, menacing face. Or, like, if they made Marble Pie, I wish they would, like, give her the, like, shy face like Fluttershy. Same thing with Coco Pamel if they ever made her.
Coco who?
Pamel. Coco Pamel. She... P-O-M-M-E-O.
Pommel.
She's a pony from Manhattan. She used to work for Suri Polymere, but after seeing how terrible she was, she quit.
Pommel's the part on the saddle that stands up.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like a pommel horse, that's why she's
I do think Coco Pamel is cute. Along with Vapor Trail. I really hope they make Vapor Trail at some point. Like, Vapor Trail, Coco Pamel, Flitter, Marble Pie, and Fluttershy and Trixie are the most adorable ponies in my opinion. As well as Flurry Heart.
Alright.
But I do still think that Pinkie Pie is pretty adorable herself. Like, I love her happy-go-lucky, energetic personality. And I wish she was a more relatable character than that. Because, like, usually when people, like, talk about relatable characters, they would say Fluttershy for how scared she is. They would say, like, Rarity for how, like, spoiled she is. Because, like, every time Rarity gets her clothes or her mane messed up, she throws a tantrum. And I think she's the one who cries the most out of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie cry.
Is she the one where the water shoots out of her eyes when she cries?
That's the one where her makeup, like, turns black.
What's the one we saw where she leaned her head back and, like, big sprays of water shot out of her eyes? We just saw that in an episode.
No. When Pinkie Pie was crying in The Gift of Maud Pie, she had, like, her face in the ice cream sundae. But that was pretty cute. Like, I do love The Gift of Maud Pie. It's one of my favorite Season 6 episodes. Definitely adorable. As well as the Season 4 episode, Maud Pie, where we first meet Pinkie Pie's sister. And my favorite scene was when they were playing the rock toss, and Maud made this, like, huge, like, wave, like, splash on Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie.
I love the rock.
And they also played, like, this game called Camouflage. I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty funny episode, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I do love Maud Pie. Symbiote Studios, if you're watching,
favorite.
Please make Maud Pie. Please make Vapor Trail. Please make Luna. Please make every character in the show. Like, I would love to see you make a lot of money, because, like, I'm sure you'll be swimming in millions of money if you make these characters.
Millions of money?
And you would make a great profit as well. Now, I do hope that this plush series does not get canceled at some point, because I would love to see more characters. So please comment down below what characters you want Symbiote Studios to make. So, I don't know how long we're in, but
20.
In conclusion, I think Pinkie Pie is one of the most greatest characters of all time. She's more than just, like, the comic relief. She's more than just being funny and energetic. She does have some sympathy for her friends, and she does have more than one emotion. Like, this just shows that she's not happy all the time. Like, sometimes she'll get mad, sometimes she'll get upset, and that's what I love about Pinkie Pie. Like, I wouldn't want her to be like the same happy-go-lucky pony, like, because I know like comic relief can be annoying sometimes, and not everyone wants to see comic relief in certain shows. But if you do it right,
it's cute in that.
I mean,
show.
If you flesh out this show and like have her be funny like most episodes, I think it can work great. Although if you make her like the comic relief in every episode, then it's going to be a problem. Because I know how it feels like when people talk about Cars 2 and saying that they don't like Mater the tow truck. But I do think Cars 2 is a pretty decent movie, but Cars 3 is my obvious favorite Pixar movie. But I hope you are excited for the Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash plush videos, and I will try my best to cover as many points as I can. But overall, I think this video turned out great.
Let me get a close-up of that mark.
Yeah. Also, before I leave, I should say that the Q mark is on both sides of the flank.
Show me the bottom too. The feet.
Yeah.
Upside down.
And there's no trademark underneath the hooves like that.
Yeah, and it's a really, really, really nice fabric. It's not cheap at all.
It's very soft.
It's not like flea market or fair toys. It's like really nice.
It's a very soft fabric.
And the stitching is, it's velvet. And the stitching
and I love the
is
embroidered
great.
Q marks.
Yeah, they did a really good
now,
job.
if only other plush companies like Hasbro would actually put a Q mark on both sides.
It's definitely worth the money.
But overall, I give this Pinkie Pie a solid 10 out of 10, as well as the Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash. Spoiler alert.
Yep.
So, I do hope that Simiya Studios will make more characters. And as always, if you want to see more, please comment and subscribe. I know I always forget to say that, but I'm saying it right now. Please comment and subscribe, because I'm almost at 4K.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Please make that happen, because I really love your love and support.
All right.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.